Take a look at some of this furniture. I bet you probably see something that you think would be great inside your house, right? Well, this is Conn Scott's newest location in Rehoboth. What started as a simple establishment for fine furniture in Selbyville has developed into so much more.
Conn Scott has been in business for almost 100 years and all the while has stayed in the family. DelmarvaLife's Katie Zarrilli has more.
A massive collection of fine furniture that fills 3 different locations in Sussex County came from a humble beginning more than 90 years ago.
Started in Selbyville in 1924 by my grandfather. We're becoming one of the oldest stores left, brick and mortar. And his name was Conn Scott, and this name has held up through the years.
That's thanks in large part to his dedicated kin.
My father, William Scott, took over from his father and tripled the size of the business for what he did. And then I took over 20 or 30 years ago and have just continued to expand.
They opened a show house in Rehoboth in 2001 and then opened this interiors location in Rehoboth just last year, all the while keeping the main showroom in Selbyville going strong.
I think the main difference that our store has compared to just a furniture store is the relationships that we make, because it definitely isn't one of those places where you just walk in, pick things out, and walk out. Definitely, and for over the years, it's all the relationships that have kept us in business.
Richard, Lisa, and the rest of the designers are teaming up with you more than anything. Whether your project is as small as picking out a new lamp for the living room or as large as redoing the inside of an entire home.
I think I'm the more practical designer. He's really creative. I don't think that's my knack. I think my knack is getting to know my client and then using a lot of their stuff too. We both do that, where we'll use a lot of their things so that their houses look collected and not decorated.
And I usually don't buy what they say is the hottest thing at market or what not.
Even exploring one of their stores is an adventure in and of itself. Check out the furniture, the different lighting fixtures, and the decor, and picture some of it in your home.
It's a matter of just keeping up on the styles and the fashion.
But also having a classic look. I think that's what we do. We're not trendy. And so when we do sell something to someone, they keep it forever, like literally keep it forever. And then they reupholster or they whatever, just because the quality's there. It doesn't go out of style.
What also never goes out of style is the reaction they get from ecstatic clients, beyond enthused about the enhancements.
That happens quite a bit.
Well, or people calling and crying, because we never let the client stay in the house without. They can stay in the house, but they can't stay in the room, or if we're doing the whole house, they can't stay in the house. So we wait for that phone call or that text or something, or that screaming or something like that. So that's why we do it.
They certainly don't do it to show off expensive taste. So if you need to be in a lower price range, you got it.
What we buy is what we like, so what's on the floor might be more expensive than some of the things that we have, but we can work with everyone.
If you do choose to work with them, you can trust you're working with people who are passionate about their craft.
I still love work. I still love doing what I do. I still love
And he can do everything
drawing.
freehand too. Like he can sketch floor plans freehand. He has all that knowledge in his head, his perspective drawings, everything just freehand, which is amazing.
A company going on 100 years and certainly planning for at least 100 more is an accomplishment to be proud of. Richard's brother Robert is still involved, as is his Aunt Jane. I asked Richard what his late grandfather would think about what the establishment has become.
Oh, he'd think I'm crazy, but he and I, we got along great. And he understood me and I understand him. My father is so proud of what we're doing here.
I never got to meet Conn, but all I ever hear is that Richard is so much like him, just adventurous and ready to take on a challenge or anything. So I wish I would have met him, but I think he'd be really proud.
A family business nearly a century old, making parts of or perhaps even your whole house feel brand new.
Now, these designers are so passionate about you getting what you want that if you start working with them and it doesn't work, they won't hold you to anything.
Well, they wait for the phone call or the text and the screaming.
The screaming.
That's great.
And the crying.
Love that.